City to city, we making moves. Home of the goal and I got the groove. I hit up, did a trap on the move. They say I got a new attitude. I stay the drip and hop in the pool. I been on my level, ain't nothing new. Ice on my niches to keep me cool. They saying I got a new attitude. City to city, we making moves. Home of the goal and I got the groove. I hit up, did a trap on the move. They say I got a new attitude. I stay the drip and hop in the pool. I been on my level, ain't nothing new. Ice on my niches to keep me cool. They saying I got a new attitude. Yeah, city to city, we making moves. I made a goal and I got a groove. I hit up, did a trap on the move. They say I got a new attitude. I said they trip and hop in the pool. I been on my level, ain't nothing new.
Boom.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Silly, bro.
You're gonna get a diss song written about you. All right. Hey, how y'all doing? It's Rick Sincere with MTMV Sports. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm here with the entire crew, man. I'm geeked to have everybody here with us. We got Will Smith in the building, Conrad Hilton, Connie Westside, Venora is here, JT is here, and The Voice is in the building. We are geek to talk about what we're doing today. And Miles Austin. I'm not done yet. I'm saying Miles last on purpose because we're gonna talk about what's happening in the basketball world as the Jordan documentary was released just yesterday, and it took most basketball fans by storm. Like, it was a big situation. Some people actually went to sleep on it, and we'll get to those people in a second. But but for the most part, it was an incredible showing, man, and it brought me back. It brought me back to those great Jordan moments, man. And there was so much to unravel, and there's so much to get into in this little short segment. We're going to take about not much of your time today, right? We should run about 20, but we're going to knock out some stuff that we saw and give our initial reactions to what we saw last night from The Last Dance. So we'll start off actually with Will Smith. We'll talk about The Last Dance and just kind of what were your first impressions of the first two segments of The Last Dance?
One of the big things I took from what I didn't understand was like how Jerry Krause, who was the general manager, he was jealous and envious because he wasn't getting credit, was what was being said. And I'm like, okay, your job as a GM is to put a great team together and win. And that's what they were doing. So for me, if I'm a GM, I'm like, yo, we win. I'm happy. Like, what is there to be jealous about? Like, how are you jealous? You can't play the game. You jealous because you can't play ball or something? I'm like, I didn't get it, bro. I did not get it. I'm like, if anything, bro, I'm trying to keep this team together.
Facts.
Then especially once Pippen came along, okay, I'm gonna see how long I can at least keep those two together. That's the foundation of the team. So I just didn't understand how Jerry Krause could have an issue with players that he selected. And then though they said he didn't pick Jordan, I don't know if he was there yet because he ended up getting hired, I think, that same year. But I mean, you got the best basketball player in the league, young player, come out balling his rookie year.
Yeah.
So I really
understand how it can happen.
I understand too, and I can't wait to get into it. Talk to us, boy.
I don't.
When you are able to assemble a team like that, I mean, the reason that there's a 10-part series about this is because it's chronicling arguably the greatest team of all time. And when you have been able to do that, and not just do that, the man kind of did it twice because they had the first three feet, let Horace go, brought in Dennis Rodman, went and really helped to pave the way for bringing over star players from Europe. I mean, you had Drazen Petrovic back in the 90s or whatever, but Kukoc really kind of helped to set the stage as far as that was concerned. Fact. You do all these things, and everybody talking about the players as they should. He got the big heads like, man, this is all about me. I put this together. Let's break this down. I'm going to build it back up, show you how good I am. And we saw how good he was. He wasn't as good as he thought he was because when Jordan and Pippen left, so did all the championship aspiration.
For sure.
Those are facts. So, Will, I need to talk to you for a second, bro. Like, okay, you say you don't understand how Krause did what he did, but I know you watched the documentary, and I know you saw when Scottie Pippen was literally just cursing him out, right, on a consistent basis. I also know that you saw when Jordan was talking to him, he was like, hey, you want to get in the line with us, man? You want some diet pills? Like they consistently came after this man's manhood on a consistent basis.
That came after Jerry had said certain things, and then a news columnist left out a word, and so they took it to them. It was like, oh, I need the credit, not the players.
So but regardless to how it came,
the players put in a lot of work, man. Like Jordan put in so much work and to get better and better. And it's like it was kind of slapping their face, like, oh, you want credit for something that we're the ones that's on the court playing the game. And the thing is, if they hadn't changed, that's why your quote from a news reporter or a source.
I know the quote, right? Organizations win championship, players don't, right? Like I understand that. However, regardless to how it happened and why it happened,
you took it too far. But
still, they're coming for your manhood. You're not at some point. You're not gonna say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with this whole clique. Everybody got to break up. We're done with this.
Okay, so let's try to bring some sense to this. When you're talking about not understanding why a person is doing the way that doing the things that he's doing, you got to think about more than just what's happening in the moment. Think about how he grew up. Like there were part in there about previews before the actual first two came
little man
out.
Complex.
The little man complex. He grew up not having a lot of money, poor. So when he got it, he was very pretentious about it. So he came off that way. So when you come off that way, you get responses from people who are also alpha males. Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, people who believe that this team was made up because we put in the work. You might have put the players together. You might have brought the people over. However, we are putting in the work. We're putting everything on the table. Mm-hmm. So when you think about that from Krause's position, it's like, all right, well, I did this. I did all this. You guys should get no credit. To make a statement like that, organizations win championships, not players, that tells you how prideful he was.
He didn't make that statement. He made this, like Will Smith said, he actually made the statement, organizations alone, right? Organization wins championships, not players and coaches alone, right? So that's a different statement. And if that's the statement that's being made, that doesn't highlight his arrogance, and it doesn't highlight any of that.
It just directly at what it is, not just the players. It's saying, hey,
it just says
I
together.
Did what I did. Don't forget about me. No, it does not say together.
It says together we achieve.
Hey,
it says together we achieve.
It does not.
That's what it says.
It does not say that at all.
That's what it says.
That speaks directly to, hey guys, you talking about everybody but the person that did this. That's me. I'm no.
That wouldn't take it another way. Is that all together? But it does.
There is a way.
Hey, don't forget about crumbs. Don't forget about the little fat man who got crumbs of muffins on his chest. I did something too.
Yo,
I'm here.
Facts.
Yo, calling this man crumbs, that was wild, right? Cursing this man out on the bus outright in front of everybody, that's wild, right? Like the stuff that they were doing, like telling this man he needs diet pills in front of everybody is wild. I know guys joke like that, right?
Bro,
but it's Jordan.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, he did. It's in the thing. Go back.
He said it. I saw him say it.
I know some. Wait, hold on.
Grow too.
Hold on, man.
Say it again.
He also said they might. Jordan also said they might make him grow so it won't be so short.
I want to get y'all in the mentality of an athlete when it comes down to people in the organization and all the other stuff. People that don't do stuff. Like, let's see, who here played ball at one point in their life? Raise your hand. Right. I played in college. When you have people that has nothing to do with what you going through Monday through Saturday, waking up 5 o'clock in the morning just to practice or whatever, and do all that stuff or whatever, and they sitting there talking trash like, oh yeah, well we did this, we put y'all together, we did all that. No, fool, I came to your doggone program or school or organization. I came here, busted my tail, put the time in to make sure that we're champions, and now you want to take all the credit. I don't want to hear that. No,
but you know what? That's part of the problem, though, Conrad, is your view of things. If they don't give you the contract and the scholarship and or the everything else to sign, then
that's cool. But you were no.
Wait.
They were in my house. No, they were in my house. Wanted me. They wanted me. No, straight up, they wanted me. No, you can't rebuttal that, bro.
Let me have mine.
They wanted
me. I gave you your time.
All right,
was this football?
My bad.
All right, I gave you your time. So you do have to give credit to the people. I mean, your statement that don't do nothing, they do a lot of things. They may not be contributors on the field, but in any sports organization, professional and or college, when there's a championship that's won, everybody gets rings. From the trainer to the person that picks up the towels to whoever is scoring the points. Everybody gets rings because it is a product of everyone working together. And I'm not saying Krause was right with the things he was saying as far as, see me, love me, and being that arrogant about it that he will break everything up.
See me, love me.
But at the same, I mean, he got this.
Yeah, but like the nerve of you, bro.
But you
the
can't
nerve of you.
He said wasn't
they don't do
incorrect.
anything, which is a lot of the view of the people that are playing. It's wrong.
Venora, hold on, y'all. Let me get Venora in here for a second.
Spotlight.
I gotta ask Venora a question.
Y'all hear me? You can't work in the background and then
I got you. I got you.
Right,
I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me hold on. Wait.
Wait.
Let me ask Venora a question. Venora, what's your opinion on this situation? Let me hear from you. What's your opinion?
So, I didn't get to watch most of the doc, but based on what I'm hearing, it's definitely the way you say stuff.
Sure.
It's like I get I get both sides of the issue. You do need the players to play to win championship. The organization needs to put together those players, but both sides are important. But if you're saying like you ain't nothing without me, like that comes off real rough and negative.
Oh, for sure.
Like we did together.
Facts.
So the way that both sides were talking was crazy.
Yeah.
But neither person is wrong. But it's just the way you're saying it is incorrect. And that's
perfect explanation.
So what everybody's saying, that's definitely what I see. I see that this is a huge miscommunication that turned real ugly.
Yeah, definitely.
But Krause still had the wrong attitude because I can imagine him. Like, imagine him. What if he had, let's say he was the GM of my Chiefs and he chose Mahomes, and now all of a sudden he jealous because Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Beach is doing it the right way, saying like, I'm glad I saw he was the best. I'm glad he's on my team and we want to keep him for years to come.
Right.
But I will say
that part.
If Mahomes starts, let's say Mahomes starts going at him hard body, diet pills, do this and do that.
Hard body.
I want y'all to remember, I can break this up just the way I brought it together. That's classic mom statement. I brought you into this world and I take you out. That's basically what he was doing. He was like, man, y'all want me to flex? I'll flex on y'all real quick.
But Jordan did that in response to what Krause said. It wasn't out of nowhere. It wasn't just because.
Oh, for sure. You know I don't disagree at all. I think it came from both sides.
All right, y'all. I gotta bring in a fact right quick. Now, for the 97 and 98 Chicago Bulls, and this is one thing that was critical in the first two episodes of the series, and actually the second more so than the first. They brought up the matter of Scottie Pippen and how Scottie Pippen was criminally underpaid. Let me give you some numbers. So Michael Jordan that year was making $33.1 million, right? Ron Harper in that year was making $4.6 million. Tony Kukoc was making $4.6 million. Dennis Rodman was at $4.5 million. Luke Longley was at $3.2 million, and Scottie Pippen was at $2.8 million.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how criminally underpaid Scottie Pippen was.
Let's talk.
This is the reason they told him not to sign it.
Scottie went so hard at Tony when the U.S. played Croatia back in the Olympics was because you done signed this dude. You paying him more money. He ain't even playing for the squad yet. And you won't renegotiate my contract. They were wrong on that one.
They're wrong.
I think
They're wrong. Wrong. He was
I
done
think
wrong.
both sides. I think both sides were incorrect in this, and I'll say obviously ownership and the organization itself for signing something of that caliber and giving him the chance to restructure the deal. But it's also on Scotty and not having. I would honestly say
representation.
financial counsel. When
Oh,
you talk
yeah,
about
Yes, thank you. I was
where he
gonna bring
came
that
from,
part up.
yeah, where he came from, where he grew up with, $18 million in 7 years was whoa. Oh, all right, well, let me make sure to take
Right.
care of my family. I'll sign that now, not knowing that trying to bet on yourself basically and then saying, okay, cool, I'll sign a 3-year deal instead of a 7-year so I can restructure the deal and go in because in these 3 years, I'm going to prove myself to not be more than a 2.8 player. Maybe I'll be a 10 or a $20 million
Hey
player.
Miles, what
We saw
KD
that.
said? Bet the bag on myself.
Oh, got to.
He
You
said it
got
like
to.
16 times in that song.
But that's
Bet the
thing.
bag on
Scotty-
myself. Nah,
Scotty,
bet the bag on myself.
I think what played a huge part in that though was him wanting to take care of his family.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
So when
That's
you
a
like
huge
when he saw
issue in
that
player
18 million,
development.
he was like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that he was taking care of a lot of probably parts of his family,
Yeah,
his family, and
definitely.
that played a huge part in it. So when you getting like two a meal, and you came from pretty much you didn't have a
Nothing.
lot.
Yeah, nothing.
That
That's
goes
facts.
a
I will
You're
give
developing
way
athletes. That's one of the things that
Oh yeah.
that needs to be addressed first on. Like your agent's supposed to help you, your financial counsel team is supposed to help you. Because the first thing you do, especially if you come from humble beginnings, is buy your mama a house.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
not always the best thing to
Right.
do.
That's
Hey,
true.
hey, can I give a shout out real quick? Hi, Ryan. Hi, Ryan. I just wanted to let you know I'm going to make it with myself. Hi, Ryan.
I'm making off myself.
Hey Rick, but
I
the
will-
owner did say he
Hold
should
on.
sign that
Like I
contract.
was
We
saying,
interrupted for no. Can she?
yeah,
Uh,
like I was saying.
The only reason why I say that because she brought up a great point. Nora, you doing your thing, girl. Go ahead. I'm sorry. She just said something that
when
hit
it
my
comes
nerve.
to player development, athlete development, the first thing that financial counselors would tell somebody would be to start putting your money away, start a savings account. Because these young men do not know that. Some of them are just coming, like you said, like you hear $18 million for 7 years, you're thinking you're rich. But those taxes and everything knock it down. And that's not what's taught to these athletes. And that was what messed up Scotty from the beginning. And you have the right team to help him be successful. So it's just unfortunate how that all began, but that's just something that athletes have to continue to work on, getting that team together so they can be successful.
Hey, shout out to the Blazers too, bro. Like I went and looked at Scotty's salary after those years he left the Bulls.
Yeah.
He consistently went up. I think it was like 13, 15, 18, 20 million. So shout out to a team who really saw the value in what he was bringing to the
Scotty
table.
was underrated,
on his way out, man.
Very
So,
underrated.
I mean, he made money. Let's not get it twisted. But
keep in mind when he went to the Blazers, he balled. He balled out.
Facts. I remember.
Balled out at the Blazers. Bro.
I remember as a Laker fan. Believe me, I remember, bro.
Yep. Yo, so the next thing that was crazy, and I thought during the whole situation was after winning his 5th championship in 7 years, right? Krause goes to the man and tells him, I don't care if you win 82 games this season.
82.
He coming back next year.
You fired at the end of the season.
That's crazy.
But the way he addressed it, right? The way Phil addressed this is by talking to his team and saying, hey, y'all, this is the last dance.
Facts.
Right? This is it. Right? Let's talk about the way he
Master
approached
motivator.
this season, knowing that this was a lame duck season for him.
Yeah.
It was a lame duck season, but it wasn't. He understood that, okay, this is it for me. It's almost like the parable of the bad manager who, when he found out, oh, my boss getting ready to kick me out, then he started working out different deals and stuff. What better deal to work out than positioning yourself as the best coach in history? No one had three-peated twice. So I'm going to do something that no one else has ever done. That way, when it's time for me to get back into the business, people will want me. And it worked out very well for him. He went on to LA.
Another 3-peat.
Came back.
We're going to shout out to Krause. Shout out to Krause, baby.
As well. So, he went out as the most winning coach in the history of the game.
Yeah.
But that a lot of that foundation was laid by using what he had to the best of his ability.
For sure.
And it definitely paid off for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. We glad the Bulls let him go.
So that kind of reminded me of the Patriots. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in football a little bit. Bill Belichick knew what.
I already said something nice about the Lakers. you really gonna push me like this?
What?
Go ahead, man.
Y'all knew your uniform sucked. Go ahead.
I'm done.
Nah, go ahead, JT. Go ahead. Y'all leave JT alone.
It reminded me of the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Like every year we did not have the best of the best roster, but some way somehow Bill Belichick made it work. You know what I'm saying? So Phil Jackson knew what he had with the Bulls. He knew how to play his pieces. He knew that triangle offense can only run through Mike, and the supporting cast will play a role. He didn't expect Dennis Rodman to give him 18 points a game, but he did expect 18 rebounds.
Yeah, for sure.
So he plugged and played his pieces to the best of his ability, and that's how he was able to become like the best coach of all time. Even when he got to LA, yes, you had Kobe and Shaq, but you had to make them gel together.
Oh, for sure.
You had to get them like as one, and then implement your system.
Then we lost him.
Wait. I have a question. I have the question first. I got you on Conrad. But is in your situation, JT? In your situation, JT, is Bill Belichick the Krause because he's the one who wanted to get Tom Brady up out of there?
Ooh, let it sink in.
Let that sizzle in your spirit.
No.
Let it marinate.
I would say no, simply because Bill Belichick knew Tom was going to leave eventually. Like Tom is at the end of his road. You know what I'm saying?
But he's been trying to get rid of Tom for like the past 3 years.
Did you say end of his road? Look, he about to show people like you.
He has, but Bill Belichick is also trying to set up Josh McDaniels for the future. Like you bring in a young quarterback now.
Back to the Bulls. I was trying to set up the Bulls for the future.
Back to the Bulls, please.
I'm saying, like, Bill Belichick is trying to set Josh McDaniels up for the future. A young quarterback, let him groom him through the system, just like they did Tom Brady. They groomed Tom Brady into the system, and then he really perfected the system. Josh McDaniels is going to be the next head coach of the Patriots.
Gotcha.
After Bill Belichick retires.
Gotcha.
And then
the Patriots won't be relevant anymore. Stop.
We're going to see what happens because he just like Krause had one of the greatest players of all time. He wasn't doing all that when he was coaching the Jets.
Boys, don't do this.
He wasn't doing all that when he was coaching
the Jets. Don't feed into that.
You're right. But
you did.
He was new into the system. He was still learning the game.
We good with the Patriots?
We
good.
Yo,
we're gonna make the Super Bowl again within the next 2 years. Mark my word.
What?
That's a no-go. That's a no-go.
Coming back, right?
That's a no-go.
I don't even like the Chiefs, but put some respect on their name, bro.
That's a no-go.
Put some respect on their name.
No,
2 years?
Show me something. They won 1 year.
You know, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Last dance, please.
Yo, Westside, you had a question, brother. What you had?
Well, I was supposed to lead into something else, but I actually was already answered, so I don't want to.
Awesome. All right, guys. So look. Actually, we're gonna wrap up with the last dance here. Did you have a question, Conrad?
No, but I had something I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
I know certain person has to get off, but I wanted to say, y'all know that I troll a lot, and I always troll that LeBron is better than Michael. After I saw this documentary, I will never troll again. Michael was a different animal.
I could have told you that, bro.
No,
you had to see it for yourself.
Wait. To be honest with you, this is something we need to talk about, though. Let me say this. All right, Jordan is a different animal, but if you watch the comments last night on Twitter, we could talk about this for a second. If you watch the comments last night on Twitter and you actually watch some basketball players, what they pointed out more so than anything was the fact that Michael Jordan was competing against so many non-athletic individuals.
Wow.
And they bought that up and bought that out because sometimes when Jordan was being guarded, let's say he was being guarded by that whole Boston Celtics team, right? And there were several guys on that squad who couldn't, handle anybody right now in this current era, right? And Jordan was like a prelude to what we're seeing now on a consistent basis. So what do you guys say to the fact that Jordan's competition, or level of competition, wasn't the same as some of the guys who we're watching and judging now?
I would say that's skewed.
Every year,
that's skewed.
every decade you can continue to say the same thing.
For sure.
Because even like basketball in the 60s is not basketball in the 80s. It's not basketball in 2000s or 2020.
Talk your stuff, E.
You got to keep it in the context of where it was.
I'll put it to you like this. I think Mike was the best assassin, best competitor. I think he came into the league with it. And I think the only knock against LeBron is that he didn't come into the league with that because that wasn't his game. He learned how to kind of be that, but Jordan was at that from game one coming out of UN. It's like he was that. He had that killer instinct. I want to embarrass you. I'm going to score every basket. Bron has really never been like that. I'll put it to you like this. I do think that that Jordan is probably the best just competitor, period. If I'm starting a franchise, I'm picking LeBron James every time. That's just me.
Whatever.
That's me. Because you got to think about how you want it. If I just want a diehard scorer who's just competitive and going to do that, like LeBron does much more for a team than Mike does, to me, in my opinion.
And I think that's
just me.
Jordan, his style of leadership was being much different. Like he was hard on guys, but he pushed guys to be.
He was hard on guys. That's very the understatement of the year,
right? But what I'm saying is, like, he pushed them, he made them be better. He's like, you're gonna get off this court if you ain't gonna ball. He's like, he wanted everything because he was putting everything in it, and everything is physically that Jordan did that LeBron is just not capable of doing. His game doesn't even measure up to what Jordan can do.
Also, these guys nowadays they're weak.
But LeBron does.
So weak.
But then
say it again.
Defensive, like it's skewed when Ernst was talking about, Boston didn't have a lot of athletes that can handle Jordan, but they did have one of the best defensive players in the game, the black guy, I don't remember his name. But what I'm saying, it was a lot more physical during Jordan's time.
Thank you.
And Jordan,
who's that?
They don't play defense now. Like
who is that a knock to though? LeBron can only play in what league he plays in.
No, but what Will is trying to say is you can't judge it the same. It's they're better athletes, but there's no hand checking. You don't have people like Derek Harper, who's literally playing the piano on your hip with how he's grabbing you and pushing you and stuff. Yeah. You don't have to worry about. We got flagrant 1, flagrant 2. There was no flagrant 1, flagrant 2.
But you have better athletes now. You have better athletes right now.
Butterfly stitch on your head and you get back out. It's a different game.
But right now you have better athletes. You have situations that you hadn't seen back then, right? You have because you have athletic centers like so during the time.
You look at Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp
was great, but he flamed up and flamed out. Like he had it. Look, he had his time. He flamed out.
Injured, bro.
Okay, cool. But still, he flamed up and flamed out.
Was a beast.
But look, now you got. But now you got centers
playing during that time, and that was before Shaq got fat. He was running up and down the court. When Shaq got dominant, when Shaq got dominant, he was gone. Jordan was really out of it when Shaq was dominant. About the All-Star game. When in the beginning they were warming up,
I saw it.
Shaq backed him down, was twisting
and did him.
All that going on.
But what Shaq wasn't doing was hitting threes, like some of these big guys are doing now. Like you got stretch centers,
and
they
you got stretch centers. They can't play down low. Yeah, they got down low games.
Zero down low games.
The ending part of this for me is that LeBron does more.
How are we talking about LeBron?
I think Mike. Look, I'm gonna put that out because that was the initial argument.
That was
Mike is a scorer and he's a competitor. So whatever he needs to do on the court,
trust LeBron to put the team on his back though, like Jordan would do.
Yeah, but you can't say that. What are you saying that in 2000? Are you saying that in 2007 when he dragged bums to the finals?
He
2011 when he didn't know.
Let's not call him
he's
bums.
Really coming into it. Really hasn't
won
a championship yet.
They were bums.
He drugged that team to the finals. There was nothing he could do in 2007. He flamed out in 2011, and now that's all we're talking about for the last 10 years. Let's be honest about what he brings to the court. If I'm trying to start a franchise, I'm picking LeBron James.
Wait. Don't say John Paxton's name like that, voice. Don't say John Paxton's name like that because that dude was an assassin.
Made these players great.
No, John Paxton was an assassin. He was a 3-point set shot guy. He was like our JJ Redick. Like he was a beast.
Them better too, though.
Right.
He would have been fine on anybody's squad because he could shoot the three.
Right.
He made Cartwright better. He made all them dudes play better.
You guys I want to make sure
LeBron don't do that.
What I'm saying.
Okay.
I want to make sure you don't understand what I'm saying.
Look.
I'm saying that Jordan is who he is. 6 championships, defensive player of the year, 6-time finals MVP. I'm still picking Bron to start my organization at the end of the day.
Now, Miles,
that's all I'm saying.
I love you and I love
Jordan
LeBron
is.
James.
I'm respecting who Jordan is.
I'm picking Jordan.
Starting the franchise,
disrespecting him right now.
No.
Franchise with Jordan every time.
Wait. Wait up, guys. Wait up. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Let's just get a consensus because I want to go around real quick. Let's go with Conrad. If you are starting the franchise, who are you starting with?
I'm going Mike.
Tell me why.
I'm going Mike simply because Mike came into a horrible situation. These guys were literally the Flint Tropicals or whatever.
The bum
Semi-pro ball.
The literal bums of the league. And they come in, they trash. And no matter the adversity, no matter how many people were like, yo, within the organization trying to tear them apart, he managed to get 6 championships out of it, and he managed to turn the whole city around. A whole city.
Okay, Will, talk to me.
No. Not just that. And soon as he and other pieces left, you don't talk about the city no more. I'm sorry. I'm starting with
Cleveland either.
All right, cool. Let's go to Will. Will, talk to me. Who you starting your franchise with?
Like Mike. If I could be like Mike, I wanna be like Mike. Hey, Michael Jordan, baby. The best to ever play the game.
Now tell me why.
Why do I really need to tell you that he is the standard? If you ever, how many years have we gone where people always try to compare like who's going to be the next Jordan?
He's the standard.
They had a guy come out, what was his name? Harold Miner, and they tried to call him Baby Jordan. He just wasn't Jordan. And then they said, well, can he be better than Jordan? Jordan is the standard. He's always mentioned. He is that.
He's the standard for that type of
mentality,
player.
No, he's competitiveness. The NBA. Everybody wants.
Why is he a standard?
Reason why we're having this conversation.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
Jordan.
All right, wait. Here we go. Thank you, Will. Talk to me, Venora. Who you starting with? You got a franchise brand new. Who you starting your franchise with?
Okay, my question is, we're taking Mike and Jordan like their first years in, right?
Yeah, you're taking them fresh.
Okay, because I'm sitting here like...
Yeah, you're taking them fresh. But you're starting your franchise off. You have one of these two guys start your franchise with. Who you take?
Michael Jordan.
Why?
Because Michael Jordan is just like stepping into Chicago. He changed the entire league. He changed the entire game. Like LeBron's trying to be like Mike. Mike is already like the step.
I can't agree with that. I can't. He's not trying to be like Mike because he's not.
He's trying to be better than Mike. Not him. But
he's trying to put a resume together, but he's not trying to be Mike.
Go ahead, Venora.
That was never his game. That was never his game.
He's out here trying to be better than Michael Jordan. That's how he's been. It's okay. It's cute. But it's like he's getting there. I'm not going to ever knock Bron. Bron is the best player in the game right now. But
hey, don't downplay it like that.
Better than the best.
He's a great player. He's more than a great player. Mount Rushmore. Is he a Mount Rushmore player?
He's the best player in the game. So
yeah, he is.
Is he a Mount Rushmore
right now? That's what I just said. But he's trying to be better than the best player who ever played the game. That's what he's trying to
say. It again, Venora.
Okay, JT, talk to me, brother. Who you starting a brand new franchise? Who you starting with?
Oh wow.
Don't say oh wow. You know who you're saying. Just say it.
I really don't know because honestly I'm gonna choose Kobe.
Tom Brady. You can choose Kobe. What are we talking about Kobe?
Wait. Kobe's not an option. Kobe's not an option right now.
LeBron, bro.
So I'm gonna go Mike. Simply because Mike's game translate through generations. Mike can play. I feel like Mike can go into this era right now and still ball and still be dominant.
It's funny to me how you say you wanted to go with Kobe when Michael Jordan is the original version of Kobe.
I know that, but I had to choose. Y'all made me choose between LeBron or Jordan, so I'm gonna choose Jordan.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, let's go with Miles. Miles, who you starting your franchise with?
You already know who I'm starting my franchise.
You said LeBron. Tell us why again.
Brought up the whole thing. I think the difference is just what we see. What I saw growing up was somebody like if you go to the LA Fitness or Washington and you play ball outside outdoor courts, you always admired the guy that could just score the ball. That's MJ. That's the competitor in him. I'm thinking if I'm starting a franchise, I want somebody who can do everything. And that's, to me, that's LeBron James. He came in, drug a team to the finals 4 years into the league. Like, I think he is what would I aspire my team leader to be in? That's a pass first, 6'8", 260. Obviously not gonna get that, but 6'8", 260 pass first. Not even like didn't come in the league as I'm gonna score every bucket. Isn't he what top 6 in scoring all time? Like this is just his game, and it complements everybody else. And I think what he brings to the table is unmatched. I definitely think Mike is at the top of the game.
Jordan
Don't get me wrong.
Playing 14 minutes a game.
I would just choose. Yeah, but you're still talking about okay. So I'll say something just to that. 6 years into the league is when they reach their first finals compared to Bron's 4. Right? You talk about the league when Mike left. The Chicago Bulls are one shot away from the Eastern Conference from the NBA Finals. So if I'm talking about a team leaving and an asset to a team, when Bron leaves, the team is non-existent. When he left Cleveland, nobody's talking about it. He left the Heat, and nobody's talking about him. Mike took a year off. And Pippen took that team, and they were one shot away from the NBA Finals. That's nothing to knock against Jordan, but it's the reality of the situation. I'm just talking about what Bron brings to a team. He's an asset, and that's the person I would choose. Mike is still at the top of his game. I'm not disrespecting that.
All right.
If I'm starting a franchise, I'm choosing Bron.
All right, cool. Now let me hear from the voice. Voice. Turn your mic on.
If I'm choosing a player,
oh my God,
to be the cornerstone,
I wish I never did Uncle West. I really wish I never did Uncle West. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be Jason Kidd. Why? Because everywhere
he's not even an option right now.
Question, man. That's not the
You didn't say Jordan or what's name?
I did. I said Jordan. I said Jordan.
Jason Kidd.
I said Jordan or LeBron. You got 2 choices here. I would love to hear more about your love affair for Jason Kidd, but you got 2. You got 2 choices here, Jordan or LeBron. I love Jason Kidd and thankful that you went and made the outfit change. However,
2 outfit changed. I was sweating, all that stuff. You know, I'm dedicated.
However, I'm looking for Jordan or LeBron. Who you starting with?
I'm going with Jordan simply because of what the way that, especially with seeing The Last Dance, his competitive nature and his willingness to do whatever it took. Like when Scotty was out, he was like, look, if I got to win the whole game by myself, I'm going to win it all by myself. And though LeBron has tried those kind of things, we know that that's just not quite in his makeup to get it done all the time. Jordan, you know, when he had the ball in his hand and the game was on the line, that the majority of the time it was going in. Just like with Kobe. He was like, oh man, no, don't let the dude get the ball because it's probably going in. LeBron, maybe not.
No, I like that point. I like that point, and that helps us to wrap up this part of our classic chat. This is what this was, by the way. But so look, this helps us to wrap up this particular part, right? Because for me, as a Michael Jordan fan, which I was, hard body Michael Jordan fan. Let me show the proof. All right, cool. So, while I was a Michael Jordan fan, and I am a absolute LeBron James fan, no jersey to prove it yet. But while I was a Michael Jordan fan, I'm telling y'all, I was rarely ever let down, right? Like rarely ever let down. That wasn't a situation where I was let down during that time. I was never let down by being a Michael Jordan fan, more so than anything. Say it again.
Not even against the Bad Boys?
I wasn't around then.
Gotcha.
But
make sure you remember those.
Well, actually, I wasn't there yet. So I wasn't around yet. Gotcha. I wasn't even conscious yet. I couldn't really see it. But when it was time, hold on, we got something going on here. All right, so
Jesus.
So, but as a Michael Jordan fan, right, during those championship runs, the first 3 and the second 3, right, I was rarely ever let down. And when Michael Jordan went into those championship matchups, I knew I was going to walk away, right, with another ring. Like I knew I was going to be a part of the celebration and not be a part of, the other side of it. While being a LeBron fan, that's always questionable. I've prayed. I'm like, hey, God, please help LeBron win these games.
Always.
And he's not always come through for me. At one point, he gets swept, and I'm like, this isn't right. I've seen several situations where I've been let down by LeBron, rarely ever let down by Jordan.
The ones you don't remember.
Well, I wasn't.
Make sure you say that.
I wasn't there, right? And when even if we start comparing when he started winning championships, when it started from then on out, it was what it was, right? Every single time he entered in, he left out with a championship. Well, LeBron entered in, right? Like he took his time.
But was Mike ever playing a KD led Warrior team?
Say it again.
I said, was Mike ever playing a KD-led Warrior team? 5 All-Stars on the court?
The Lakers had a squad that year the Bulls beat them. The Lakers
I didn't say that.
That is a great question.
What I'm saying is,
but
speaking about
scrubs.
So it was
one of the greatest.
Will Chamberlain, James Worthy, Magic Johnson. They played against some real worthy opponents. Well, James Worthy was there. I'm sorry, not Wilt, right? But not Wilt.
He didn't play against him either.
He played against James Worthy.
Championship.
He played against James Worthy.
Yeah, Worthy.
He played against Worthy. He played against and played against Magic, right?
Yeah.
He didn't play against Wilt. My bad. But those other guys he played against, right? And so going against those guys, I mean, that's somewhat comparable. It's not quite. I don't think it's 5 All-Stars, right? It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near KD. What you going against? KD, Steph, Clay, right? Draymond, I don't really consider. I think. You know what I mean?
He definitely was an all-star.
So that's when you got.
I mean, he's an all-star, but Dre can't be considered on the same level as some of those other guys on those Lakers teams, and so I don't consider him like that.
Era though too, because it's not.
I don't consider him like that.
It's not as physical as it was then. Them cats ain't getting handshake. They getting free shots at the 3-point line.
That's not an excuse. I'm so sick of hearing that.
You have to take that into.
You cannot take it into. You can't take it into consideration because if you put Bron in that same thing, he's going to play to the level of his competition.
And he would have.
Stop giving Mike a pass because he got handshake.
I'm talking about the Golden State
Warriors. He got beat up for
Warriors.
years and then he started winning. Like, don't get. I'm so sick of that.
But
It's not
Hold up. Don't act like it don't make a difference, bro.
It makes a difference.
It doesn't. If you put Bron in that system, it's the same thing.
It's
not
Mike would do the same thing in this year.
Wait.
I ain't
gonna lie, I love the spiciness on this episode.
Give me that. I hate that argument, bro.
Hey, you got to come out of that, Conrad. I can only
That's the
see.
NBA we live in right now.
You look like you the Wizard of Oz.
Babies and whiners.
But
Okay.
listen, the point is, it's harder to make a shot when the hand is in your face and when the guy's right up on you.
Facts, but that's what you're expecting.
Whereas you got
cats to overcome it.
It's easy to make a shot when the guy's like 2 or 3 feet off.
If I'm about to hit you in your mouth and I hit you repeatedly, you start knowing how to dodge it. That's exactly what Bron would do. I'm not dealing with that hand check stuff.
Actually, to be honest with you, I think
He's
LeBron.
6'8", 260.
I feel like LeBron James. LeBron James was built for that. LeBron James was built for that era. He would have been
bigger
fine.
than most of the people playing that.
LeBron James built for that era. He would have been fine.
Come on, nothing. He ain't better than Jordan. Come on with that.
That's not even
Brother.
like it sounds like your argument got nothing because you're going back to a point we already made.
All right,
What's
guys.
the point that was made, Austin?
All right, thank y'all.
Just don't give me that hand check and stuff.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much.
Whatever.
Jesus.
A real baller knows.
All right.
You talking to one? Believe that.
This episode is legendary.
You played before.
We here, bro.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Stop.
I'll show you competitiveness. Let's do it.
You all right?
Let's set it up.
Shoot.
All right, thank y'all so much, man. I'm happy.
You learn how to mic them?
I'm thankful. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but I needed to. But I'm also thankful for the people who participated in this contest, and we want to give them a shout out now. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play on this, and whoever I call, that person will win new MTMV gear. And so we have a brand new line of gear out right now with our brand new logo, right? With our updated logo, I'll say that the classic logo will still always exist, and there'll be merchandise for that as well. But the brand new logo is up and out right now. We have merchandise for it, so we're gonna go ahead and press play here. Oh, and look, let me show you the quality of our logo, of our stuff. Will, go ahead and show him that shirt right quick, brother. Hit him with the shirt right quick. You got to say something so it comes on you.
Red and bold. No, I'm playing. Red and bold, baby.
That's the Red and Bold podcast show. So we got shirts out. Let me go ahead and give y'all this. I'm gonna go ahead and press play here and announce a winner. I'm waiting for a winner to come up here, and the winner is at Feels Fantastic. So at Feels Fanatic. So at Feels Fanatic, brother, you will be, I'm sorry, brother or sister, I'm not sure. But you will be winning some MTMV gear. We'll be reaching out to you right after this episode, and so we can get your gear. Our last contest winner got his gear, made a video about it. We're super geeked to be a blessing to that brother. look, we love the people who support our shows, and we love the people who support our stuff. We love everybody, but we definitely love people who give a hand to helping us to see our dream move forward and move a little bit faster. So we thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. And look, new contest for new subscribers is coming up soon. But right now, we're pushing this thing for Venora, right? It's the Venora birthday contest going on right now. If you're watching this right now, her podcast comes out. Venora, when are you gonna drop that episode?
Wednesday at noon.
Okay, Wednesday at noon. And if you're listening to this after the fact, no worries. You can still go and listen to our podcast. Special contest. Can I tell them what's on the line? I'm not going to tell you what's... Tell them the money on the line. There's money on the line. Whoa. There's money on the line. Go listen to her podcast. There's big money on the line, too. It ain't regular. It ain't like Rick Sincere $5 a day money. It's big money on the line. You got to go and listen to Venora's podcast, yo. Check out Venora's podcast. It's going to pop up on Wednesday. Listen to her podcast. Figure out what's going on with that.
There's a code word in there.
It'll be a code word.
Drop your cash out.
Yeah,
hey, it ain't regular either. Right now, it ain't regular. It's big money on the line. Go play the Venora birthday challenge, man. It's gonna be dope. And shout out to the V Report for sponsoring this joint. It's gonna be a sick situation. And look, we're gonna hop on board too. We're gonna push it through all our websites everywhere we can go to. The Venora birthday challenge is up. Hey, we're gonna show love to Venora on Wednesday. That's your birthday, Venora?
No, Thursday.
Thursday's a birthday. Okay, Thursday's a birthday. We're going to show love on Thursday, but go listen to the podcast on Wednesday so you can get in on this big money. You want to do it Wednesday before Thursday. It's important. I'm just say that.
Yep.
We dropping money like Trump.
I just requested.
You got it in there? You got it in there? I wish I had some cash on me. I'll show y'all what the deal was. All right, y'all.
Yo, we dropping money like Donald Trump out here, cuz.
I don't know about Trump, but like Jay's people do that.
Look, we dropping monopoly money out here, fam. It's going to be dope. All right, y'all. We're signing out. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all. We out.
Peace.
City to city, we making moves. I'm in a goal and I got a cruise. I hit a bit of drip on the move. They say I got a new attitude. I said they tripping, hop in the pool.